All right, everybody, let's just settle into our meditation posture. And, it's the end of the week. It could have been a busy one for some. Maybe you're relieved. Some of you may be having family over. It's Easter this weekend. So whatever is going on for you right now, just know that it's completely okay. And the feet, your feet are on the ground, flat on the floor in parallel position, and your sits bones raised, shoulders aligned with the hips, and the head very slightly tipped forward, putting some length in the back of the neck. And the tip of the tongue is on the roof of the mouth, and relax the jaw. And bring your awareness to the crown of the head and relax the scalp and the forehead, and the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, the area around the mouth, and the back of the head where the occipital bone is, base of the skull. Relax the jaw, back of the tongue. Release any tension in the neck. Allow your shoulders and shoulder blades to drop down. Relax the throat and the chest and the belly and limbs, hands, fingers, and feet and toes. And just bring the mind to the breath, just noticing the sensation of the air as you're inhaling and exhaling. If there are any sounds in your environment, just allow those sounds to be there. So trying not to follow them with your mind. And then again, notice what's arising in the mind. Whatever is going on, try not to engage with it or judge it or criticize it or think it should be something else other than what it is right now. It's just what it is. And just take a step back, put some space in between your thoughts. And we put ourselves on the bank of our river, just watching it flow on by, and know that while we're sitting on the bank, we're free from the river. And then think of all those people of your life, all your loved ones. Spouses, children, best friends, your family. And then we think of all those people who are difficult for us, tend to push them away in our mind, stay away from them. And then there's our strangers, remembering they could change place at any time. But the thing that we need to try and remember about all these people is that they're the same as us. They're equal to us. Regardless of age, gender, status, socioeconomic status, they're all the same. Their wish to be happy and wanting to avoid suffering, and in having the capacity for enlightened mind Of course, the people we don't like, we find it really hard to think that they could possibly have this capacity, but everyone does have it equally. So then we'll do this meditation tonight for the benefit of all these people of our life, by extension, all sentient beings, and thinking of our precious Hin, who's in hospital. May she get better very, very soon. May she be comfortable. And many prayers for her to be looked after well and carefully. So this Vajrasattva practice, we start by remembering there is no negativity that cannot be purified. And this purification process is basically a psychological one. So we create negativity with our mind so we can equally change it by creating positivity with our mind instead. So we start with the power of regret. So sincerely regret from the depths of your heart anything you have done to harm any living being on this day, in this life, and in all past lives. And think of specific actions of both your body and your speech, and then in general, regret all. And the reason to regret is based on this logic of karma. And we experience everything due to our past karma, our past actions. And so having harmed others, we ourselves will necessarily experience suffering in the future. We cannot bear the thought of any more suffering in the future. So it makes sense to logically, we would remove these karmic seeds before they ripen as future suffering for us. So think like this. I regret from the depths of my heart, having harmed others with my body and my speech, having broken my vows, because I do not want the future suffering. I'm sick of suffering. And also regret any anger, attachment, and the rest that are the cause of why we harm others, and think I'm sick of this suffering. And then think, what can I do about it? Whom can I turn to? So here we come to the power of the reliance. So we rely upon, we turn to the Buddha, the doctor, who has the capacity to heal us. So we're not asking Buddha Vajrasattva for forgiveness. He's able to heal us because he actually has the methods that we can use to heal ourselves. So we're actually doing the work ourselves. So we're purifying ourselves by relying on Vajrasattva's method. So you imagine him at the crown of your head. And you can also imagine this is your teacher, if you have one, manifesting in this form for your benefit. And he's made of radiant, blissful white light, sitting cross-legged on a white lotus and a moon cushion. And this lotus, although born out of mud, is untainted by that mud, just like our enlightened potential, which is born out of our delusions, but yet untainted by them. He has this beautiful, radiant face. His eyes are long and peaceful and full of love and compassion for you and for all those people of your life. He has a sweet red mouth. His hair is black and held up in a top knot. His arms are crossed at his heart, the left underneath the right. The left is holding a bell representing wisdom, and the right is holding a vajra, which represents the indestructibility of compassion. And their being crossed represents a union of these two, which symbolizes enlightenment itself, the development of infinite wisdom and infinite compassion. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By this practice of meditating on Guru Vajrasattva, may I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. So in order to develop compassion, we need to rely upon other beings, the very beings we have harmed, and those who have harmed us, by developing a wish for them to be free from suffering. So think particularly of someone that you have harmed, maybe someone you've harmed recently, and then in the past, and then in general, all beings we have ever harmed since beginningless time. And then remember those who have harmed you, and you have compassion for them because they will suffer as a result of the harm that they've done to you. So make a strong aspiration to do this practice of purification for the sake of all these sentient beings, and think I must purify for their sake. So here we come to the power of the remedy. So this is the actual medicine, doing the practice of purification. So we start with the body, and Vajrasattva very compassionately sends powerful white nectar, like coming out of a hose, quite forcefully from his heart, and it arcs around and enters your crown and pours into your entire body, filling you completely, and it keeps pouring into you until it forces out of your lower orifices all the harm you've ever done to any living being with your body in the form of inky liquid. And this pours out of you and disappears into space, not one atom left as we recite the mantra. Om Vajrasapa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasapa Dina Patita Dita Meboa Sutokaya Meboa Supokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasiti Mimpiyata Sawa Kamasita Me Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabala Mahasamaya Satra Ahum Pe Vajrasapa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasapa Dina Patita Dita Meboa Sutokaya Meboa Supokaya Meboa Anarakta meboa sawasiti mimpiyata sawa kamasita me sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabala mahasamaya satra aham pe vajrasapa samaya manupalaya vajrasapa dina patita dita meboa sutokaya meboa supokaya meboa Anarakta meboa sawasiti mimpiyata sawa kamasita me sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan Sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabala mahasamaya satra aham pe vajrasapa samaya manupalaya vajrasapa dina patita dita meboa sutokaya meboa supokaya meboa Anarakta meboa sawasiti mimpiyata sawa kamasita me sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabala mahasamaya satra aham pe Vajrasapa samaya manupalaya vajrasapa dina patita dita meboa sutokaya meboa supokaya meboa Anarakta meboa sawasiti mimpiyata sawa kamasita me sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabala mahasamaya satra aham pe Vajrasapa samaya manupalaya vajrasapa dina patita dita meboa sutokaya meboa supokaya meboa Anarakta meboa sawasiti mimpiyata sawa kamasita me sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabala mahasamaya satra aham pe Vajrasapa samaya manupalaya vajrasapa dina patita dita meboa sutokaya meboa supokaya meboa Anarakta meboa sawasiti mimpiyata sawa kamasita me sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan Sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabala mahasamaya satra ahum pe. So be delighted that all the harm you've ever done to any sentient being with your body is completely purified, and think there's no way you could do anything but benefit others now with the body. So the next is the purification of your speech, and Vajrasattva very happily sends powerful nectar from his heart chakra, and it arcs around and forcefully enters your crown, filling your entire body, except this time forcing up to the top of your body all the negativity of your speech, which overflows and disappears into space, not one atom left. And so you can just imagine that all the gossip and the harsh speech and the useless speech and lying and talking badly about others behind their backs, all of this is purified by this powerful nectar filling you as we recite the mantra. Om Vajrasapa samaya manupalaya Vajrasapa dina patita dita meboa sutokaya meboa supokaya meboa Anarakta meboa sawasiti mimpiyata sawa kamasita me sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabala mahasamaya satra aham pe Vajrasapa samaya manupalaya Vajrasapa dina patita dita meboa sutokaya meboa supokaya meboa Anarakta meboa sawasiti mimpiyata sawa kamasita me sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabala mahasamaya satra aham pe Vajrasapa samaya manupalaya Vajrasapa dina patita dita meboa sutokaya meboa supokaya meboa Anarakta meboa sawasiti mimpiyata sawa kamasita me sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabala mahasamaya satra aham pe Vajrasapa samaya manupalaya Vajrasapa dina patita dita meboa sutokaya meboa supokaya meboa Anarakta meboa sawasiti mimpiyata sawa kamasita me sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabala mahasamaya satra aham pe Vajrasapa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasapa Dina Patita Dita Miboa Sutokaya Miboa Sipokaya Miboa Anarakta Miboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kamasita Me Sitam Shriyam Karuhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Satra Ahum Pe Vajrasapa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasapa Dina Patita Dita Miboa Sutokaya Miboa Sipokaya Miboa Anarakta Miboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kamasita Me Sitam Shriyam Karuhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Satra Ahum Pe Vajrasapa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasapa Dina Patita Dita Miboa Sutokaya Miboa Sipokaya Miboa Anarakta Miboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kamasita Me Sitam Shriyam Karuhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Satra Ahum Pe. Again, feel so happy that your speech is now completely purified, and imagine it's not possible to do anything other than benefit others now with your speech. So every single syllable that falls out of your mouth is of benefit to yourself and to others. So the next is a purification of the mind, and Vajrasattva very compassionately sends powerful beams of light from his heart chakra, and this arcs around and enters your crown and fills your entire being. So it's just the same as when you turn on a light in a pitch black room. The light instantly dispels the darkness. So it's the same here. The moment the light from Vajrasattva's heart touches our heart chakra, all the darkness of the negativity of your mind, so all your anger and attachment and unhealthy desire and irritation and jealousy and grudges and bitterness, all of this is instantly dispelled by this light and this mantra. Om Vajrasapa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasapa Dina Patita Dita Miboa Sutokaya Miboa Sipokaya Miboa Anarakta Miboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kamasita Me Sitam Shriyam Karuhum Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabala Mahasamaya Satra Ahum Pe Vajrasapa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasapa Dina Patita Dita Miboa Sutokaya Miboa Sipokaya Miboa Anarakta Miboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kamasita Me Sitam Shriyam Karuhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabala Mahasamaya Satra Ahum Pe Vajrasapa Samaya Palaya Vajrasapa Dina Patita Dina Miboa Sutokaya Miboa Sipokaya Miboa Anarakta Miboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kamasita Me Sitam Shriyam Karuhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabala Mahasamaya Satra Ahum Pe. Okay, keep going. I have to have a cough. Vajrasapa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasapa Dina Patita Dita Miboa Sutokaya Miboa Sipokaya Miboa Anarakta Miboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kamasita Me Siddham Shriyam Kuruhum Ha Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabala Mahasamaya Satra Ahum Pe Vajrasapa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasapa Dina Patita Dita Miboa Sutokaya Miboa Sipokaya Anarakta Miboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kamasita Me Siddham Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabala Mahasamaya Satra Ahum Pe Vajrasapa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasapa Dina Patita Dita Miboa Sutokaya Miboa Sipokaya Miboa Anarakta Miboa Sawasidi Mimpiyata Sawa Kamasita Me Siddham Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabala Mahasamaya Satra Ahum Pe. So again, be delighted that all your delusions, which are the source of all of our suffering, all of us, and the cause of why we harm others with our body and our speech, just imagine these are totally purified. And think now there's no space in your heart for anything other than love and kindness and forgiveness and wisdom. bliss and compassion. So next is a purification of even the imprints of negativity of the body, speech, and mind. Just imagine that Vajrasattva sends light and nectar, and it fills you completely and eradicates even the subtlest imprints of negative energy from your mind as you recite the mantra. Om Vajrasappa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasappa Dina Patita Tita Meboa Sutokaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasiti Mimpi Yata Sawakama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabala Mahasamaya Sata Ahom Pe Vajrasappa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasappa Dina Patita Tita Meboa Sutokaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasiti Mimpi Yata Sawa Kamasita Me Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabala Mahasamaya Sata Ahom Pe Vajrasappa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasappa Dina Patita Dita Meboa Sudokaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasiti Mimpi Yata Sawa Kamasita Me Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabala Mahasamaya Sata Ahom Pe Vajrasappa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasappa Dina Patita Dita Meboa Sudokaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasiti Mimpi Yata Sawa Kamasita Me Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabala Mahasamaya Sata Ahom Pe Vajrasappa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasappa Dina Patita Dita Meboa Sudokaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasiti Mimpi Yata Sawa Kamasita Me Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabala Mahasamaya Sata Ahom Pe Vajrasappa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasappa Dina Patita Dita Meboa Sudokaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasiti Mimpi Yata Sawa Kamasita Me Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabala Mahasamaya Sata Ahom Pe Vajrasappa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasappa Dina Patita Dita Meboa Sudokaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasiti Mimpi Yata Sawa Kamasita Me Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabala Mahasamaya Sata Ahom Pe. So now feel completely purified. There's not one atom of negativity left in your mind stream. Even the subtlest obscurations to your enlightenment have been removed. So next is actually we have a couple of minutes. So let's just meditate on that for a moment. This feeling of what it would be like to be absolutely, completely purified. So really try and feel that the body, the speech, and the mind are purified, and you're just filled with this light and this nectar. So let's just do that for a couple of minutes. Now we'll do another little meditation on the power of resolve. So this is really a crucial place to do a little meditation on making a decision, a determination to refrain from certain things that are harmful to yourself and others, things that we do with our body and our speech and our mind. So again, a couple of minutes. I'm muted. Okay, everybody. Did you hear all the dedications? Emptiness? No. All right. So I did that all by myself. Okay. I'm so sorry. But you're meditating beautifully. So what I did was I did a little meditation on emptiness and then a little bit of a dedication. So now for His Holiness the Dalai Lama, the wish-granting, wish-fulfilling jewel, source of every single benefit and happiness in this world, to the incomparably kind Tenzin Gyatso, I beseech, may all your holy wishes be spontaneously fulfilled. And for Lama Zopa Rinpoche, O Tob Shul Chang Jin Jam Gon Galloway, Tenzin Kyang Palaway, Kunza Dog Porze, Chog Sum Kurwe Leg Mon to Droop. Dog sog dulje gondu shab ten shog. And for Lama Ursel Venerable One, to you whose kindness exceeds that of all the conquerors, for those wanderers in far-off places, especially the West, mindful of your loving concern for us in intentionally descending again into a family of a far distant land, we make this request. O Lama, please live long. And for Geshe Sharab, beloved teacher, leading your students toward wisdom and compassion, explaining through exacting discernment the steps of the graduated path, You are the unequal guide. Please live a long and stable life. Okay, everybody. I'm so sorry you missed the end of the meditation. Yes. So on Sunday, I guess most of you are probably celebrating Easter with family. I don't know, but we are doing a meditation. It's 10 a.m. Mountain Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time. So, it was Hin that requested, she wanted to know what the process is going to be for her when she dies, or for all of us. So there are 3 meditations that we can do, and we did one of them this morning, the 9-point meditating on death. Death is certain. Time of death is uncertain, and the only thing that's useful for you at the time of the life is what's in your mind. So then we expanded on that this morning. But there's also the dissolution process, is what happens to you when the body starts to kind of dissolve, and then you sort of go in, and then eventually you get to the clear light. So there is a meditation that we can go do that one. And then also Lama Yeshe's Om Ahom, because he did that. So I'm thinking that we'll do those 3 meditations on Sunday. If you're interested, please come and join me. I'll put something up on Facebook so people know that it's there. But it was just because Hin had asked for that. So that's what we're going to do. All right, and let's hope she's out of hospital so she can join. Sorry, someone was going to say something.
Yeah, me. Venerable Katie, will that be sure and be recorded?
Yeah, they usually edit and record it, and then they put it up on YouTube.
Lovely. Thank you.
A couple of days after. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Lots of love. Thank you for hosting, Alexis.
Thank you so much.
I'm sorry about all my coughing. Lots of love, everybody. Bye.
Thank you so much, Venerable.
See you on Sunday.
Everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.